Coming up, we'll have highlights of soccer and field hockey, an interview with a captain of the field hockey team, and a recap of upcoming games. I'm Peter Dubois, and this is Inside Owl Athletics. Last night, Keene State field hockey faced off against number 18 Trinity College, and Inside Owl Athletics' Tyler DeRosa has more.
With a strong nationally ranked Trinity team coming into town, the Owls were forced to play defense for most of the night. The Owls' defense kept the score 0-0 for most of the first half until Trinity College's Caroline Fisher was able to score on this play. Keene State's goalkeeper Rachel Losby racked up a season-high 16 saves, including this blocked shot. With just over a minute remaining in the first half, the Bantams' Chandler Salamini had this near miss, leaving Trinity with a 1-0 halftime lead. Rachel Losby managed another impressive save not even 2 minutes into the second half. But a few minutes later, the Bantams' Jordan Ragland found the back of Keene State's net. The Bantams were able to put the icing on the cake later in the second half with this goal from Kendall Brown. Trinity College handed Keene State their first loss of the season, winning 3-0. The Owls will be looking to rebound September 22nd against Salem State. For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Tyler DeRosa.
Field hockey picked up a conference win in Maine this week. The Owls defeated Southern Maine 2-1 Wednesday night. Kayla Klein opened the scoring with her 10th goal in the last 4 games. The Huskies tied the game in the 16th minute. 6 minutes later, KSC's Kelsey Roberts scored to put the Owls in the lead for good. Rachel Losby made a pair of saves, and Keene State improves to 6-0 on the season. The men's and women's soccer teams both played at home Wednesday night. Inside Owl Athletics' Tyler DeRosa was there for the games.
Both games played tonight were close, but each team had different results. The Owls got down early when this RPI shot bounced off the crossbar into the net. Wesley McIntosh tied the game with this penalty kick goal in the 32nd minute. It stayed tied deep into the second half until Samuel Binagono found the net with just 3 minutes left in regulation, and the Owls went on to win 2-1. In the women's game, Westfield State scored first thanks to this goal from Morgan Remington in just the 5th minute. Westfield State would expand their lead in the second half when Gianna Monchechi made this chip shot to put Westfield up 2-0. Keene fought hard, and Alex Kennedy just missed with a shot off the crossbar, but that's as close as it would get. Westfield took it 2-0. Coach Lyons says her team is solid, but needs to work on finishing.
I think we needed to finish. I think we did a lot of good possession. We knocked the ball around really nice, but our final third we didn't finish. We didn't capitalise on opportunities. We gave the ball away when we shouldn't have had.
The women will be back in action on the 26th at UMass Dartmouth. The men will be back in action on the 26th as well with UMass Dartmouth here. For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Tyler DeRosa.
After Wednesday's games, the men are 4-3, and the women are 2-4 on the season. The Owl volleyball team is on a big roll right now. The team picked up its 7th straight win, defeating Worcester State Tuesday. Keene took the first 2 sets. In the third set, the Owls scored 8 of the first 11 points to take the largest lead either team had in the match. A kill from Jennifer Severino wrapped up the straight set victory. Megan Palmer had 15 kills and 16 digs, and the Owls hit 280 as a team. The Owls take on Babson and Smith in a non-conference tri-match on Saturday afternoon. Later in the show, we'll hear from senior field hockey captain Mia Brickley, so stick around for that. When a player on a team gets injured, it can affect the team's dynamic. But what about a coach with an injury? That's a question the men's basketball team is finding an answer to right now.
You can find Coach Ryan Kane in his office planning for the upcoming basketball season, but you won't find him out on the court just yet. This is how he's getting around now after tearing his Achilles tendon in the final minutes of a summer league game just a few weeks ago.
So I was guarding this guy, and just a simple action that you normally guard all game long, just pushed off my back foot, and I was in the area of the other team's bench. And when I did it, my foot popped.
The Achilles is the main tendon that connects your calf muscles to your heel. When it is torn, you lose all function in that foot. Being immobilized like this is not easy for a coach known for his gusto on the sideline and for getting out on the court with his team at practice.
I'm going to have to learn new ways to communicate with my team other than sometimes just jumping on the court and demonstrating certain things myself. I'll have to use, maybe other people to do that demonstration, walk them through it, or, do it verbally, things like that. So I think it'll help me as a coach try to get my message across in a different manner than maybe what I was used to over my first 3 years here as the head coach.
Players and assistant coaches say they know early season practices will be different, but they're expecting the same intensity and passion from their head coach.
I think he's always going to shine in that way. The energy that he brings to practice each and every day is second to none, and I've been around the game for a very long time.
Coach is still going to be the same coach. He's still going to be energetic, loud, making sure everybody's got to do what we got to do. So I don't think it's really going to be any change since he's hurt.
If there has been any change, Kane says it's for the better. The injury that slowed him down has allowed him to pause some and look at life both on and off the court.
You manage to get around. You just make it work. It gives you a different level of appreciation for, just being able to do things that you normally do on a daily basis, right? Especially when you start involving, taking care of my son. I think I'll have that extra appreciation once I can get back to doing things on a normal basis with him. You'll enjoy him that much more because there was something that was taken away from you for a while.
Coach Kane hopes to be out of the boot by the time practices begin in a few weeks. We wish him the best in his recovery. Owls have earned Little East Conference Player of the Week awards. Cross-country junior Lauren Perkowski is the runner of the week. She finished 9th at the UMass Dartmouth Invitational and was the fastest LEC runner at the event. Volleyball sophomore Bailey Wilson is the conference offensive player of the week after racking up 101 assists across 4 matches last week. Senior teammate Riley Bunker is the defensive player of the week. She had 61 digs in just 10 sets played. Finally, field hockey sophomore Kayla Klein is getting offensive player of the week honors after scoring 6 goals in 2 games. Your Owl athletes of the week are Riley Bunker and Nina Bruno. Bruno had her first 4-goal game last week in the field hockey win over UMass Dartmouth. Volleyball senior Riley Bunker just picked up her second LEC Defensive Player of the Week award. She's also leading the league for digs by 60 in the libero position. The Keene State field hockey team is undefeated in its first 6 games. Earlier today, Inside Owl Athletics' Kayla Prisco met with one of the team's captains, Mia Brickley, to talk about how the season is going.
Mia, thank you so much for coming. It's a pleasure having you here today.
Thanks for having me.
So as we tape this show, the field hockey team is currently undefeated, all 6 games. What are you doing differently this season that you haven't been doing in past seasons?
We're really just trying to emphasize, what it means to be a team player, passing, communicating on and off the field, working together to get the ball up the field.
Are you doing things off the field together as well as a team?
We do. We do team bonding every Friday night. We do different activities together. I live with a teammate. I know there's another house full of teammates, so everybody's pretty much always together.
So I know you played Southern Maine earlier this week, and it was a pretty close game. You won by 1 goal. Is this a harder team for you to play than others?
Yeah, it was definitely a big competition for us. We knew that coming in. We knew we were going to have to give it all we had, and that's what we did, and came out on top.
And how did the team feel after the win?
We felt good. We knew it was a road win, a far trip. A win's a win. It wasn't the prettiest game we've ever had, but we'll take it.
Right. So in terms of underclassmen, you have a couple of breakout stars, including Kayla Klein. She's had 3 hat tricks so far. How is she supporting the team?
Yeah, she's doing a really good job. She stepped up a lot. She just seems to be in the right place at the right time, and we're all getting the ball up to her, and she scores. That's all you can ask for.
Well, good luck, Mia. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
The Owls will be playing against Salem State on Saturday, September 22nd here at Keene State, and they are away at Western Connecticut State University on Tuesday, September 25th.
Volleyball and field hockey dominate the schedule this weekend. Saturday, the volleyball team goes on the road for a 1 o'clock start against the Smith Pioneers at Babson Park, Massachusetts. Then at 3, the team is back to take on the Beavers. Field hockey is home on Saturday for a 1:30 game with Salem State. Remember, you can watch all Keene State contests through the Owl Athletics website. Just go to KeeneOwls.com. Click on the Game Day tab, then select Live Broadcast. Again, that's KeeneOwls.com, Game Day, and then live broadcasts. That's all for this week's episode. I'm Peter Dubois. We'll see you next week on Inside Owl Athletics.